Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks commentary for Tuesday, October the 24th. Another day, another knee injury. As today we learn the bad news that defenseman Troy Stecher will be out 4 to 6 weeks with his injured knee. He joins a list that already had defenseman Alex Edler out 4 to 6 weeks with an injured knee, and forward Louis Eriksson out 4 to 6 weeks with, guess what, an injured knee. That's brutal. That's 3 bad knee injuries in the first 8 games for the Vancouver Canucks. At this rate, they might not have any healthy players come springtime. So for tonight, they're playing in the final game of their 5-game road trip, and they're in Minnesota to take on the Wild. The Wild are welcoming back Mikael Granlund, their all-star forward. And what is it with the Canucks playing against teams welcoming back star players? Last week it was Erik Karlsson and the Ottawa Senators. As for the team, Anders Nilsson will make the start in net. Yeah, it's somewhat surprising given Jacob Markstrom's strong performance in Detroit, but it will be Nilsson today. And yes, he's got to get some games, so let's see what we have in him. The defenseman, who I will talk about in a second, actually I'll hold on to that. And the forwards, probably the same lineup that we saw in the win against Detroit. So we have the Sedins with Jake Virtanen. We have the Bees, Bo Horvat, Brock Besser, and Sven Berchi. We have the new guy line, which is Burmistrov with Gagne and Vanek. And then we have our awesome checking, scoring, shutdown energy line with Derek Dorsett, Marcus Granlund, and of course, Brandon Sutter. So let's talk about the D-men. With the injury to Stecher now, Alex Biega draws in the lineup. He's played 1 game already, and that was when Gabranson got suspended. So now we have Derek Pouliot, who is in for Edler, and Alex Biega, now in for Stecher, as top 6 guys. And they join Tanev, Delzato, Hutton, and Gabranson. So is that top 6 strong enough? Are they deep enough? Are they good enough? Will they help? Will they be strong enough for this team going forward, especially for the next month as Edler and Stecher recover from their injuries? Or will the Canucks need to bring someone in, either via trade or someone from the farm? Well, speaking of the farm, they made 2 transactions yesterday, bringing up both defenseman Patrick Wirkoch and goalie Thatcher Demko. They brought them up from Utica yesterday. Wirkoch will serve as the 7th defenseman, a healthy body, the extra D-man, and a healthy scratch. And Demko was more of a paper transaction, so don't get all excited. He's not going to play. It's not like Nilsson or Markstrom are injured or playing poorly. It's because actually Utica had a gap between games, and by the Canucks bringing Demko up to the main roster, a side benefit is he gets to practice with the team, but more importantly, he brings them some cap relief in that he pushes the Canucks salary cap as close to the ceiling as possible, and that will help them when they put guys like Edler and Eriksson and Stecher on the long-term injured reserve list. I don't know how it works. I don't know all the math. There are a lot more smarter people than me who get all these rules, but in essence, it gives them some cap flexibility and some cap relief by doing that, and Demko still gets to practice, and he'll join the Utica Comets in a couple days once they resume playing. One other thing I wanted to bring up, and that's the Vancouver Canucks Twitter account. As I record this now, they are basically 40 followers away from reaching 1 million, which is quite an amazing feat and an outstanding amount. And when it comes to Twitter, NHL teams on Twitter, they're in 10th place. You know, they're behind the big markets and the big Twitter accounts like the Chicago Blackhawks, the New York Rangers, Toronto, Montreal, LA Kings. Those are some of the teams that are above them. But 1 million followers is indeed a great achievement, and it speaks to the passionate fan base here in Vancouver. And congratulations, Vancouver Canucks. I've been happily following that account for many, many years, and I've been blessed to work on certain projects and some creative things with the team. So I will continue to obviously follow them, support them, retweet them, and interact with that account. So congratulations again, Vancouver Canucks Twitter account. All right, Canucks fans, what do you think? Are you worried about our D? Are you worried about all these knee injuries? Please don't put a prediction of who you think is going to get injured next. That's not going to help anyone out. And any thoughts on the Vancouver Canucks Twitter account on how quickly or not quickly they've grown and what kind of content they're providing for us Canucks fans? Would love for you to leave a comment below and subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. Enjoy the game today. Have a great day. God bless, and go Canucks go.